So there's this fake controversy right now because Pierre Poilievre uh, said in one of his speeches that a lot of women are holding off from having children because they just simply can't afford to. They can't afford to get a house with their husband or their partner. And most people don't want to raise a kid in an apartment. They want a house. That used to be the promise of Canada. You get a house with a yard, and that's where you can start your family. And yeah, their biological clocks are running out, and they're freaking out about it. Right? This is an actual, real thing that women are actually dealing with and talking about. It's a major concern for them. But you can't have an adult conversation anymore because everything has been infantilized. The public has been infantilized. The discourse has been infantilized to the point where you can't even just have an adult conversation anymore without an idiot, without a parasitized mind saying this should help close that 25-point deficit he has with women in a most recent poll. Here's Pierre Poilievre trying to appeal to millennial women by talking about how their biological clock is running out. Yeah. How about this one here? Your biological clock is ticking is a phrase no man should say if you have to ask why. Hashtag women against Poilievre. Well, Rupa Subramania said, this is the dumbest controversy ever. Your biological clock is ticking. And for most young couples I speak to, they're delaying having children because they live paycheck to paycheck, can't afford to buy a home in which to raise their child. This is a real concern. Let's hear what Pierre actually said.
We will not forget that young 36-year-old couple whose biological clock is running out faster than they can afford to buy a home and have kids.
Yes, that's real. That's a real concern. And many women will be watching that and going, yes, I get it. Yes, that's my concern. That's me. But you can't have an adult conversation anymore. This is, the society, Western civilization, it seems, has been infantilized to the point where you can't talk in an adult way about anything. I mean, you can pretend that you're a they, them, or some sort of mythical imaginary creature, right? You can just spew the infinite abstractions of wokeism and modern leftism, where reality simply doesn't matter anymore. But you just say something true and real and powerful for so many women in Canada. And the response you get is, your biological clock is ticking is a phrase no man should say if you have to ask why, from Laura Babcock. Yeah, that's a real concern for many, many women. And any adult can understand that. It's embarrassing, is it not? Like, if this is what the discourse has come to, it's just embarrassing. It's almost enough to blackpill you, you know? This should help close up that 25-point deficit he has with women. Yeah, actually it should, because this matters to a lot of women. I'm sure a lot of women saw this and went, I know I'm supposed to hate this for some reason, but it's actually true, and I'm worried about that. And I'd actually like to be able to get a house so I can start a family. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.